like the video and subscribe if you love Roblox. Hey yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video, and in this video we are here back inside a Build-A-Boat once again, and today we are going to be taking a look at the best boss fights ever inside a Build-A-Boat. There has been many boss fights added to the game, some of them very difficult and some of them relatively easy, and today we are going to be ranking the best boss fights ever, and you do not want to miss out on this, so make sure you stay tuned. Also, make sure to go ahead and like the video and subscribe and turn on that notification bell. Without further ado, we are going to go ahead and hop straight into these, and I'm also going to be showing you guys the rewards that actually came with these boss fights as well, because there has been some insane boss fights in the game over the years, and a lot of you guys probably haven't even seen these yet. Without further ado, let's go ahead and hop straight into the video. And you guys may know that in every single video I do add one person to the fan board, so if you do want to get your name on the fan board, all you got to do is simply like the video and subscribe and turn on that notification bell and comment literally anything down below. But in this video, I'm going to be giving it to Godzilla right there. Congratulations, you are now on the fan board. We are getting this board filled up, guys, and I'm so excited to get this thing filled up. Now, a lot of you guys are asking, like, what happens when this board actually does get filled up? Well, I'm gonna be making another board right next to it, so we are gonna have a mini board for the future. So stay tuned, because it's gonna get insane. So I've just got to put this out first. The RB Battles boss fight was one of my favorites in the game, and that's why I've got to show it first before I show any other ones. You actually had to unlock a secret inside of the plushie room, and this is by far one of the coolest secrets that has ever been added to Build-A-Boat, in my opinion, and this secret actually led you to one of the coolest boss fights inside of the game. There literally was an underground bunker area that this was like all real and legit in Build-A-Boat. You had to put in a secret code that actually took us forever to figure out, and it actually unlocked a teleporter or a time machine. Nobody really knows exactly what this thing is. I'm like 1000% sure it's a time machine though, and you just literally activate it and it'll take you straight to the boss. So we had this thing fully almost figured out. Huge shout out to Virtually for actually, you know, helping us out with this, because if it wasn't for them, we would have never figured this out. And you had to like put in a code with like this like screen type thing where it shows like R and a down arrow and then B for like RB Battles. This was the RB Battles event, by the way. And then once you actually did that, it actually unlocked the time machine, which was insane. This was my favorite part out of the entire update. Look at the time machine turning on, your screen started to spin, the clock started to spin, and if you actually jumped inside of this thing, oh my goodness. Wow, I actually had 500,000 gold at this video. Wow, I don't know what happened to all my gold. I used to have 500,000. Oh my goodness. Well, you got teleported just like this, and then dun you got teleported into the secret place. And well, check this out. You actually had to fight a computer boss. Now I call this boss Karen because, you know, Karen from SpongeBob, you know what I mean, at the chum bucket. You already know. You had to fight Karen from SpongeBob inside a Build-A-Boat. And if you guys did not know, the whole point of this boss fight was to actually get the blue sword for the RB Battles event. There's 3 swords hidden in different Roblox games, and the blue sword was hidden in Build-A-Boat. By the way, I called it at first and no one believed me. Anyway, once you actually did this entire boss fight, you went through all the stages of battling it. You can see that the computer just explodes. I don't even know what happens here. And something special happens. The screen stays white for like a solid minute. I have no idea why. I have no idea what happens. And then boom, right there, the blue sword spawns and you get it for the first time. Now you only get 200 gold from this, and if you can actually replay this. If you did replay it while it was inside of the game, you did get 200 gold every single time you completed it, so you could do it over and over again if you wanted to. But for 200 gold, I don't think it was necessarily worth it. But you got the blue sword, which was really crazy back in the day. Next one that I want to hop into is the Halloween boss, and I believe that this one actually came out in 2019, but I could be wrong. Basically, what you would do is you'd click a tree branch on a black team, and it would open up a secret inside of the wall, and it would open up this crazy area of like a giant pumpkin patch. Yes, this was one of my favorite bosses because I honestly love the Halloween updates in Build-A-Boat, and the Halloween bosses Trill Thrill usually never misses on. There's always a good Halloween boss, and what you actually had to do to enter this boss fight is become a pumpkin. Yes, you guys heard that right. You literally just click on a pumpkin and you get sunken into the ground, into underneath the pumpkin patch. I know it's quite scary, but it's the way to get into the boss fight. Now, check this out, what happens. So you get sucked in, and then you just get pushed under the map into the pumpkin layer. Now, you can also notice how it's literally pitch black under here. Like, it's super, super hard to see. Like, look at how hard it was to see down there. And you actually had to fight the pumpkin in this. So we actually ended up, you know, glitching inside with the portal, and it would actually take the darkness away, so it wouldn't be so difficult. But yeah, this boss fight was genuinely scary because of how dark it was. So you know what, so we found a way to glitch it out, and that way we could see everything. And you had to fight this ginormous pumpkin with these hand cannons, and this pumpkin, I'll tell you guys, he was not playing around. Now, this boss fight was quite difficult because the only way to actually defeat him was to use the cannon. Now, the reward from this boss fight was actually quite good because it did give you a rare item at the time. You can see right there, the last shot, it only gives you 50 gold for winning, but you do get 10 of the regular pumpkins in Build-A-Boats. And if you guys don't actually know what those pumpkins are, it's not these pumpkins right here. These pumpkins are actually quite rare, but it actually did give you the other type of pumpkin, which is the jack-o'-lantern, and this one actually glows. I'm not too sure if Troll Thrill has released this since then, so I guess this might actually be considered a rare item now. I don't think this item has seen like the game ever since that boss fight, but all around it was a super fun boss fight because it was very challenging, and it does give you a pretty cool reward. Now, the next boss fight that I do want to hop into is the first ever Easter boss fight in Build-A-Boat for Treasure. This thing was crazy, and it was one of my favorite bosses ever added to Build-A-Boat. Also, huge shout out to Jesse TC for providing this content in this video. Go subscribe to him. This is by far one of the funnest bosses ever added into Build-A-Boat, and I had a blast playing this, and so did a lot of you. Now, not a lot of people actually got to play this boss, which was kind of sad because it was one of the coolest inside of the game, and I actually forgot what this reward was, so let's find out here. So after you finally defeated the boss, dun dun dun, I believe you actually got the boss egg. Yes, you got one boss egg right there. Wow, guys, I really do miss the old Easter updates. That was by far one of the best inside of the game. This boss fight that I do want to look at is actually inside of the game right now, and you can play it. It's this game called Project Zeg, made by a developer named Skelesis. He's actually a contributor developer, basically the same thing, you guys understand. Anyway, there's actually a boss fight inside of this game that'll actually allow you to get some free items and gold in Build-A-Boat, and yes, you can actually play this right now. All you gotta do is just search up Project Zeg on Roblox, and if you actually complete the boss fight, all you gotta do is just join Build-A-Boat and you get the stuff. Now, the only downside to this boss is that it is a little bit harder. It's probably the hardest boss that Build-A-Boat's ever seen, and not only that, but I don't think you can replay it for rewards. You might be able to, but at the same time, I don't think so. This boss fight does take you around, I think it's like 6 or 7 minutes to complete. It might even be shorter. It all depends on like how fast you get stuff done. And honestly, it is a super cool boss because it's not actually in Build-A-Boat, but it is at the same time. Now, if you join Build-A-Boat after you complete this boss fight, you can see that you do end up getting 3 Zeg plushies and also 500. So if you have not done this yet, I recommend that you guys do this because not only is it a fun boss, but you also get some free items and some free gold as well. So it's a win-win situation, and you get to fight one of the coolest bosses in Build-A-Boat. My overall favorite boss fight that ever got added to Build-A-Boat was this one right here. Now, unfortunately, this one was only exclusive to YouTubers back in the day, and well, this was actually really insane. You actually had to fight Fabi with swords, and it actually took a long time. It took us absolutely forever to do this. It was insane, and there was like tacos and ducks and everything that just attacked you, and I honestly don't remember what the reward for this was, but let's go ahead and find out. Oh shoot, I actually forgot. Okay, this one didn't really give us a reward. I think we got bread, but we actually got the option to actually update Build-A-Boat. Yes, you guys heard that right. We literally got the option to update the game with a click of a button, and yes, this was actually real. This is the whole quest update when it first got added to Build-A-Boat. You can see right here that if I actually click this button, it literally updated Build-A-Boat like the official game, and quests came out. It was super insane and a very awesome experience. I want to give a huge shout out to Troll Thrill, all the developers, Zeg, everybody that actually put this thing on, because this is one of the coolest experiences that I ever had playing Build-A-Boat, was doing this boss fight and actually updating Build-A-Boat from a click of a button. It was actually crazy. So people actually ended up spawning this thing in like a couple months ago. I joined a server and people literally loaded loaded this boss in somehow. I have no idea how they did it, but it literally gave you free bread inside of the game. Like, you actually got a free bread reward, and I believe you also got gold as well. Like, this was insane, and I have no idea how they did this. Like, it was crazy stuff. You can see right here, they literally defeated this thing in like half a second and got 10 free bread every time and 100 gold. So there is a ton of really cool boss fights in Build Boat. Like, there's even more than I listed in this video, but I don't really want to mention them because like there's a lot more. There's also like a Easter boss fight, another Halloween boss. There's been other Fabby bosses as well, and some Christmas bosses. There's been lots of bosses in Build-A-Boat, but I wanted to show you guys my favorite ones that ever got added. So if you guys did enjoy the video, go ahead and drop a big thumbs up and make sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on that notification bell so that way you guys can get notified whenever a new video does come out. And I'll see you all inside of the next one. Have a great day as always. Peace out and goodbye.